Maybe it just hasn't updated yet, but it's still showing as offline, but give it a second, maybe it hasn't come through yet.
Hello.
There we go, I think it's going. I haven't heard us yet though, so.
I really want to apologize, guys. I don't know what's causing this. Well, I won't make excuses. I just want to let you all know that I really appreciate you spending part of your Saturday with us, and I hate that this happens when you're here, because I know your time's valuable. You could do whatever you want to right now, and you're here with us. So I really appreciate you very much. So let's start. I'm going to start over so that I can load this entire video up to YouTube after this. So Kalt, if you want to show me the best way to walk through here rather than my blundering exploration.
Alrighty.
I love how you did the group of Kalari temples here at the entry, and I'm going to come right through.
Oh, are you in Understone?
No, I'm in a Isle of Solitude.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the closest room would be the bedroom.
I gotta catch a quick glance out this window at this view. Dormant Core is so beautiful. So I like the architecture that you've created here, where it's really got an indoor-outdoor theme. I mean, great views everywhere.
Yeah, I had to take advantage of all the views of the waterfalls.
Oh yeah, it's just fantastic here. This is some really nice furniture that you've got here.
Thank you.
Stained glass
The
item is a good thing for a decorative headboard there too.
custom furniture actually ate a lot of my item space.
Yeah, we love morphed furniture items. And I won't go there now, but in the audience, if you see that big chain that he's got carrying the load of this big house up here, you can actually run up there and get a great view, which I will do in a little bit. But it's just spectacular views.
We'll go out to the courtyard area.
Okay.
This is actually one of my favorite views in the whole dimension.
Yeah, it's amazing.
The time of day is 4 a.m., by the way.
Oh, that works great here.
Yes, it does. Nove helped me a lot with building this area.
Oh, Nuve is a wonderful builder on Hailol. We love her, and of course she runs the Site Dimension Gallery, which is a wonderful resource for the Dimension community.
Oh, I love the floor here in the courtyard. Looks very nice.
Thank you.
Like a
Next,
tiled marble.
I'll probably shoot in the bathroom. Nove helped a lot in there too.
And you have some really interesting wall art here too. It's kind of a combination of wall art and furniture. Well, not furniture, but like shelving, whatever. I really like it a lot.
Well, when I built the walls and got everything done, it looked kind of bare, so I kind of spruced it up a bit.
Wow, now that's a bathroom. First of all, the first thing you pass is this steam room sauna area.
That was actually Nove's idea.
And you've got a tie-in between the furniture, well, the built-ins here with the furniture in the bedroom too, which is nice. If Fiendish were here... I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Say that again.
I said I wish I had a shower like that.
Oh, me too. If Fiendish were here, she would be in there showering now.
I think the only thing that would make it better is if it actually moved up top.
Oh yeah, spun around.
Yeah, they need to give us some moving items so we can do stuff like that. Should we go into...
Yes, the study.
Diva, are you able to mess around with your volume settings to turn your outbound down just a hair? Getting some feedback that they're having trouble hearing both Kalt and I, but they can't turn it up because you're blasting.
Absolutely.
Sounds okay to me.
You'll wait and see what they say. I'll keep going. I'll try not to shout as much as...
It went into BRB mode, so...
Yeah, I had to go out to adjust vent, so it'll come right back.
Gotcha.
It should come right back for people. This is a cool study, Kalt. Like this big telescope that you've put here. This is a kind of a different placement than I see for this one. I like it. It's different. Are people getting their video back? And I still as loud as a screaming hyena?
No, everyone's saying that's a little better, so... Screaming hyena.
Okay. Now I have to show your furniture in here and your wall art. One of my favorite things. Love.
I noticed a lot of custom artwork in some dimensions, so I thought I'd try my hand at it.
Yeah, these are nice. I like them.
Thank you.
Yeah, that wall art is pretty darn cute.
Well, I need this view from my office. A cascading, gigantic waterfall off in the distance.
Yeah, I made that a corner desk to kind of force the view on the waterfalls.
And it does. So should we go up yet?
Yes, we can go up my buggy staircase.
Before we do, I'm going to go around this outside area, this walkway that surrounds the house. This is such a nice feature. And I like how you've added this landscaping close up, which really kind of, mirrors the kind of vegetation that's in dormant core. Wowie wow. Pretty.
Yeah, it's definitely really beautiful when you can build up in dormant core because you get all those waterfalls.
Oh yes, absolutely. Hey, before we go up, I'm going to run up this chain.
Well, don't fall. It's a long walk back.
There, how about that view? Not just a 360 panorama of dormant core, but also of Kalt's build.
So Resi at Wolfsbane asks if those are mermaid statues on the light posts.
I can't remember what they're called, but it's one piece.
Oh my god.
Probably just the Dromheim lamppost then.
Something like that. It's got a different name than Dromheim.
Well, sorry in the audience for that jerky run, but as soon as Kalt said, "Don't fall down, it's a long walk back," of course I became terrified of falling.
Oh, Dromkint, sorry.
Yeah, there's no easy way to get back up here. If you go down further, there's a higher area.
Diva's trekking through the wilderness here.
I'm going to get some scout badges for this.
Should have brought a machete.
I'm glad I'm not wasting time on a roadshow where I already caused a bunch of time wasting.
Try going around the overgrown garden. That might work. But the edge is very close.
In other words, I failed my IQ test, people. Nothing new. But I redeemed myself by mounting up, and I am inside again. Hooray! That chain walk there is so cool. I just had to show that. So I made it up to the second floor.
I really do like all the wall sconces with the candles and stuff. The wall, I guess you could call it wall art in itself. The blocks with the candles on it, those are pretty.
Yeah, it's unusual. I'm in a really gigantic and wonderful banquet area that has its own little kitchen service bay here. Because there is a kitchen here too.
Are those 3 chairs in the front the lord and ladies chairs?
I suppose if you want to go that way.
The king and his consorts?
No, the queen and her 2 kings.
Oh, is that how it's going?
Most definitely. But no, it's Kalt's dimension, so it's what he says.
So straight across will be the in-house bar, and around the corner there's a kitchen with a pantry.
Wow, who doesn't want a nice pub like this right in their own home?
It's everybody's favorite Nico.
Wow, this kitchen is big. Loaded with good amenities here.
Complete with dirty dishes in the sink.
Of course. But it hasn't quite risen, you know, several feet above the top of the sink, so you're still okay. More nice furniture.
And coming out onto the lower deck, we have a training area.
So when you built this house,
Go ahead, Affleck.
when you built this house, was this like your dream house, or because you had mentioned that you wanted to, you know, put your hand into trying to build a house? Is this kind of like the dream house?
It's a house I wouldn't mind owning. I wouldn't call it a dream house.
I don't think anybody would mind owning it.
When I went into this dimension, the only thing I had in mind was a house suspended on an island of chains.
Some really interesting tile work. Yes, definitely succeeded. And I saw stairs back here.
But this is the party deck.
What happens on the party deck stays on the party deck. Wow, now that's a grill.
I have one like it in Moonshade Estates, so I just had to add it.
More spectacular views of dormant core, and we also get a good look down into the courtyard because you created that with an open ceiling and to your training area. Is this really cool?
Thank you. A lot of the views in this dimension are happy accidents. Just thought I'd add.
Oh no!
Those are my favorite kind.
Don't say that. Take credit for them.
Okay.
Really nice, relaxing area here.
Yeah, I bought out the auction house at Pillows that day.
You've added some carnival lights up inside. That's cool. Yeah, I would say 4 telescopes on this level. That's not overkill at all for this dimension. And party deck, a lot of people up here.
That was my thought.
Did I miss any rooms?
No.
This is a really fun to explore dimension, and I think you guys will love it if you come in person too. This is just a little taste, our tour. So we'll finish up here and we'll go on to our next one, and I'm just going to run a little bit long today because I want to show all three of Kalt's dimensions, and I know our technical difficulties stole some time, but I still want to tour these. So let's go now to Boldly Going There.
I will meet you there.
Great.
It's a really small dimension, so it shouldn't take up too much time.
And I have to point out this is a really popular dimension on Hailol too, because you're in the top 10 for all time with this one.
Yeah, I'm really proud of this dimension.
I think he did such a great job with all the consoles.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now that we're
I
all
happen to be
beamed
partial to
up.
Star Trek myself.
Yes. This is a great
I love it. As soon as you come in, you know where you're at.
Yep. Great transporter room. Yeah, this is just an amazing console. Love that. Sweet.
But this area here is a lounge on station Deep Space K7, which was featured in the episode The Trouble with Triples.
Oh, one of our all-time favorite episodes.
And you know what I love too is you come in, you can tell that you're inside the ship, but if you come over to one of the windows, you can actually look out through one of the ship's side hull windows here and see another ship. And the projector in here, just the infinity sky, just works wonderful in here.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
Perfect.
Oh, and that ship out there, so great.
I invented a few new swear words building that.
I love the windows that you've done here.
Thank you.
Some different shapes. It's really gives a futuristic feel.
And it's funny too, I don't know, I just love this dimension. It's so well, you know, you say it's not very big, but you managed to fit quite a bit in here on 2520, I think, considering all the little bits and bobs that are on the screens and just the working.
There are about 500 buttons on the bridge alone.
Wow. I guess we should go there.
Yes. And this is from, now which generation of Star Trek did you choose for this?
The floor plan of the bridge itself and the seating arrangement is from the series. The ceiling is taken from the Enterprise A.
Yeah. I think, like, on my Star Trek, we tended to keep with, Star Trek, Enterprise. We kind of stole a little bit from 2 generations as well, but I just love this one. This one reminds me of the old Captain Kirk, you know, with the go-go boots and the little thing on the hand that all the women had on the planets, and it went nee 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 nee, and all the men fell to the floor.
I was going to say I can really see Lieutenant Uhuru sitting here.
For the most part, the wall consoles are pretty generic, except for this first one here to the right in Spock's.
Oh, it sure is. Yeah, I just love all the consoles in here. They're very cool. Lots of poles. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Now, I take it you use Toolbox when you build, or no?
Yes, I actually learned how to use Toolbox building Solitude, and then I applied what I learned here in Boulder.
Wonderful. Yeah, building in a circle is never a fun feat, that's for sure. You did a great job.
Thank you. I actually used the dimension item rangefinder compass thingy.
You'll have to, did you get a view of the center console right before the captain's chair, Diva? It's really something to look at.
Not yet. I'm trying to work my way over there. I know it's fantastic. I've been in here before.
Yes, you can get into the captain's chair. It takes some doing, but it can be done.
Wow. And, you know, your talk about the add-on reminds me of a little bit of Dimension news that I failed to mention earlier, which is that the heavens have opened up and the angels are singing, and light is shining down upon us now that someone has taken on the task of reworking and fixing the Dimension Tools and Toolbox add-on. And I believe that person's name is Lynx 3D, and we all owe them a huge thanks for doing this. I think he's already got a first run, and some players are doing testing with him, so I am so excited about that. But yeah, this is just a fantastic console here, right in front of the con, or at the con.
That is actually the third incarnation of that console. The first 2 just didn't seem right, so that's what we have. And believe it or not, this build actually took a week to complete.
Wow. That seems fast, actually. Were you up 24/7?
Tonight was an all-nighter, yes.
Wow, the captain's chair is good, too. Love that. You know, there's so many... Go ahead.
I said the captain's chair, I had to get that right.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's so many details here that every time I come, I, notice some little thing I didn't pay enough attention to. I love the ceiling.
Did you notice the ship placard in the turbo lift?
I did. I was showing that earlier. I love that.
My only regret is I could not create a down view or a top view of the ship, but
I think you did a great job.
Yeah, it's not lacking at all.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's the best Star Trek anyone's made thus far. It's did such a great job on it.
oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's really excellent.
I pretty much grew up on Star Trek, and I spent 4 years in the game Star Trek Online, so this is kind of in my blood.
This is awesome. You really feel like you're out in space. Well, thank you for showing us this one, Kalt. It's just excellent.
No problem.
So let's go on to the third one that we're going to see today, which is Understone. And this is a new one that you unveiling on this show.
Yeah, let me unlock it real quick.
Okay.
I think I got it. Understone's public.
Yep, I see it on the search.
So how did you get the idea for Understone?
I've seen so many towers used, and none of them went down, so I thought I would make one that went down.
Oh, cool.
As you can see, it starts off in a very dense jungle setting.
Very dense and beautiful jungle setting.
Yeah, most people that visit here don't use the lily pads, and I don't know why.
Do they sink a little bit?
Diva ran right through the swamp.
I'm just keeping
She's
people
got
on
her
their
swamp boots
toes.
on.
They gotta be ready to hold their breath when they're touring with me.
Oh, there's the elevator.
Yeah, now this up here is a place people will want to definitely explore more than we're spending time on this visit. We're going down, down, down.
The top section, or top level, the bottom of the tower, I went for a fallen into disuse kind of look.
And that's
No
what it...
one ever really
Yep,
moved up there.
that's what it is.
Now, under is a library of forgotten tomes that the residents of Understone upkeep. And in these shelves, I have hidden interactable books.
Yeah, this is a cool way to do item placement on these for these interactive books. I like that idea. There's one of them there.
There's at least one in each one of the alcoves.
Wow, this is a huge library.
Oh, I see them. They look like you can just pick them up right off the shelf. That's
Yeah,
great.
that's neat.
This part here, Nove helped me design. Because the original floor plan for this was kind of Spartan and not quite what I had in mind.
Well, you've made a really creative space in here. I like it a lot.
Thank you. And coming out of the elevator, you will notice we are now underground.
Yes, but what I love is you've left some views of the sky down here in your underground cave complex. This is so cool down here. I like the items that you've used. All these lighted items really work so well for this cave setting.
Thank you. Now, a lot of people get lost down here, but there's only two main paths, and the secondary pathways all go to the same place. So,
and I would say that another term for get lost down here is have fun exploring, because I went all around down in here and there's fun places to discover. So I would recommend people come here with a little time so you can spend exploring down here. It's really cool. We love our shore and rocks.
Yes, this is understone.
And I love how you just start to get some peaks of the houses down here at first, and it kind of opens up in this center area.
Each of the houses are fully furnished, and I tried to make them as different as possible with one another.
Well, we were going to take a peek inside each one. This is decorated nicely. Oh, and this is the store, the general store. This is one of the nicest jobs that Maliana's had, because we've seen her swinging on stripper poles and all kinds of stuff. This is great. I love this central stand where you've got the fruit and vegetables displayed. Home of the shopkeeper.
Yeah, I really like how you did that. He's got another shop in here as well, and
the armor.
Go back behind it. Yeah, the armor.
Yeah.
And there's a little bed and everything. Yeah, you actually did a really great job of decorating these houses. That's, to me, is one of the hardest things to do is take one of these houses and decorate it. I just fumble with it for some reason. Great job.
Yeah.
It flows really well.
And here's a little bit of
My
trivia.
online
I'm sorry, say that again.
I say it's my online Zen garden.
Ah. So I was going to say, here's a little trivia with the cat we've got in here. Go for it, Kalt.
This is actually Data's cat from TNG. His name is Spot. I had to add him. It's one of the many cats that played Spot on TNG.
So now all of us can own Spot, Data's cat, too. This is a cool storage room here. It's, it seems like a simple thing, but you've done some scaling and rescaling in different positions with similar items, because when people put things down, they don't just put it down perfectly straight every time. It makes it look more lived in. Very nice.
Thank you.
Did I miss a house because I ran over to the shop so quickly?
No, you.
Okay. Okay, great. Really pretty too. Oh, there's a peek at the sky I was talking about.
Yeah.
That's such a nice touch. Ah, and this is a great tavern.
It shares a lot of similarities with the manor in Moonshade Estate.
Yes, I shouldn't be remiss. You can also find a fourth dimension by Kalt that's in, of course, Moonshade Pools called Moonshade Estate, and that's another really fun one to explore.
It's actually my first official dimension.
And that's always fun to see people's first dimension.
Well, it's not my first, but I won't claim my first.
Well, you told me your first was either gone or never open.
Yeah, it's hiding on an alt.
This is nice, making Nico look built in, too. Well, dueling Nico.
Nico doesn't respond for me. Like right now, I don't see either of them.
I see one, but Nico number 2's on his coffee break. I love this door in this Mossy Tavern building. I wish we would get this for an item.
Yes, that'd be nice.
That cool hardware.
I loved it. This was great. It's like a little underground city. It's very beautiful.
Yeah, I really like
And all
it
the
too.
houses are well done.
This one
Thank you for
took-
sharing this.
Oh, no problem. This one took roughly 2 weeks to build, mainly due to lack of supply. Everybody's using that new minion add-on that automatically deletes dimension items. So.
It's evil.
Yes.
I know. I used to have people mail me boxes all the time, and now I don't get as many boxes.
Yes, there's that little house tucked back in the corner there.
Yeah, I don't want to miss anything. I remember this one.
And you said you'll keep this one open for a couple weeks?
This one will remain open.
Okay. It was the first one, right? That was
The
really
island
going to be
of
able to.
solitude. The island of solitude will close here after a while. But I will give private tours if people PM me and want to see it.
And he's on a lot.
A lot.
Oh, here's the forge and blacksmith shop. The guard fits in nicely here.
That wasn't my first choice, but my first choice wasn't available to me anymore, so.
I love his little cross swords and shields on the wall there.
Yeah. I like using the pre-made houses. I think that it's can be a challenge to kind of make them your own. You know, and you have done your combination of you know, some standard items and then items you've enhanced and then items objects you've created, like built-in shelves. You have totally made these your own, and I think they look fantastic.
Thank you.
Really nice blacksmith workspace here. You can tell from all these storage places that are pretty darn full that these people are isolated down here until they need to get supplies, whatever. It can stay down here a good long time.
So I've given tours to some of my friends in this dimension, and I've several times been asked the question, so where are the bathrooms? So I had to put in some bathrooms.
Very nice. Just far enough away.
That's it for the village of Understone, but there's one more chamber yet to see.
This is the super secret spot.
So building an underground dimension, I thought I should add a crystal gate. Here it is.
Yeah, this is neat. Yeah, I like the
It's definitely
addition.
pretty with all the colors popping out.
Yeah, it is colorful. I like the addition of some of the Nightmare Tide coral items too.
Well, I had to add them. They glow too much not to.
Oh, I spy the little secret area. Cute little private spot for a picnic. Pretty setting. Hey, before we finish, does anybody have any questions in chat for Kalt?
I'm not seeing any yet. No questions, but I definitely think a big thank you. We appreciate you being on here, Kalt, and walking us through all your dimensions and just getting to chat with you on some of them. I think that's the best part about the road shows. We get to find out those small details about each build, you know? Like I enjoyed when we went into Star Trek and I found out that you too had to redo a console 3 times. It definitely makes... it makes it worth it to know that they're, you know, everyone has their own way to build things or struggles or, you know, proud moments in a dimension. So thank you.
Absolutely. I love the part getting to chat with the builders. That's just one of my favorite things too.
So we got some questions. Will they be open for a week, it looks like? And you said that the very first one we did will be open for a couple weeks maybe, and that the rest are all going to stay open. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, and
if you don't make the deadline for Solitude being closed, just PM me and I will send you an invite so you can see it.
wonderful. Yeah, that sounds great. And it's Kalt at Hailol, K-A-L-T, or you can just search him, and his mentions will come up that way as well.
And don't forget about Moonshade Estates. Moonshade Estate, it's a really fun one to explore too. I think you build dimensions for people who like to explore, because you have areas in all of them that, you know, you really need to take a close look.
Well, you know, I like exploring myself. I love sandbox games, so.
Yeah. Well, we didn't do too bad on the time. I want to thank everybody for coming along on this roadshow. Thank you so much to Kalt for being on here today. We really appreciate it.
Well, you know, thank you for having me. It was
And
a lot of fun.
Oh, good. I'm glad it was fun for you. And you did a great job too. Thank you. And Aflac, thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate it.
Aw, thank you for letting me come on and help you. And nice to meet you, Kalt. It's always nice to meet a builder and, you know,
Yes.
just hear their voice. You can associate a voice with somebody, or, you know what I mean?
And even if you can't talk to somebody on the road show, when you tour and you find a dimension that you like, see if the builder's online, because talking to them, even if it's just in chat, makes touring so much more fun. So that's my little tip. And
oh yeah, I mean, if you're in any of my dimensions and you want to talk to me, just PM me. I'm usually on, so.
And I wanted to thank everybody in the audience for being so patient and hanging out with us longer and hanging with me through the technical difficulties. I'm so sorry that happened, but thank you so much for spending part of your Saturday with us, and I hope everybody has a great day. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye, everybody.